Hi class, in this video we're going to do number 2 on your chapter 14 homework. So let's look at the question. The question says the following graph shows the daily market for small cardboard boxes in Dallas. Okay, so I will have our demand supply and this is your equilibrium at 5 and 5. And then what's the question asking? So suppose that Versoro is one of more than 100 competitive firms in Dallas that produce each cardboard boxes. So you have many companies that all produce the same thing. Now this is called perfect competition. Okay, so based on the previous graph showing the daily market demand for a demand and supply curve, the price for the Soro is $5. That's what the equilibrium is. It's right here, guys. It's $5 over here. Okay. Now quantity. So if they produce 0 box, the price is $5. Now for price, it's always $5. For this one, remember, this is a special property for perfect competition. That for perfect competition, when you look at the demand curve for individual company. Now remember, this is a demand curve only for individual companies. Now if you look at the market demand curve, you're gonna have this downward sloping demand curve. But once you draw the individual demand curve for companies in perfect competition, it's going to be a flat line. That means for individual companies in perfect competition, everybody is facing the same price always. Doesn't matter how many you produce, you can always take the price in the market. Now that's also called the price taker. So you cannot change your price. You take whatever price is, regardless how many you produce. Okay. So now your total revenue is your price times quantity. So we'll use 1 times 5, that will be 5. Second one will be 2 times 5, that will be 10. And then third one, that will be 3 times 5, that will be 15. Alright, and then next, your marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is the difference between your each total revenue. So each level of total revenue. So the first one, the difference between 0 to 5 is 5. Second one between 5 to 15 is 5. And then this last one between 0 to 15, you know what, that's going to take a wild guess. It is also 5. So this is another property for perfect competition. For companies in perfect competition, your price is always the same. Your marginal revenue is also always the same. And it's the same equal to your price. And then last column, we're asking for our average revenue. So for average revenue, we're going to take our total revenue divided by our quantity. So first one, I'm going to take our 5 divided by 1 over here. So 5 over 1, that's 5. Second one, 10 over 2, that'll be 5. Third one, 15 over 3, that's also 5. So for perfect competitions, your price equal to marginal revenue equals to average revenue. They're all the same. All right, and then last question over here. The demand curve that Soro face is identical to which of the following of other curves? So your demand curve is equal to your average revenue curve. It's also equal to your marginal revenue curve. Okay, that's what we just said. All right, grade it now. And we should be good. This is yes and yes. Oh, see how the demand curve looks like? So that's your demand curve for individual companies. Okay, so it's always flat in perfect competitions. And we're good. All right, so that's how you do number 2, number 3 in chapter 14, and number 2 in chapter 14. Okay, good luck.